Hi guys, Figure-Boi here, back with another reflection video, and today I thought I'd talk about One Piece. Maybe by actually starting off with some kind of haul video, so to speak. I went on HMV, like the site, and registered to the website because I realised I hadn't got an account and did all that. And this was like stupidly late at night, kind of as a bit of a last, minute thing, where I decided I wanted to see if I could try and watch, One Piece again. Carrying on from where I left off, but my usual way wasn't working, so I kind of just said, you know what, sod it, we'll see if we can get the DVDs again. But by doing that, I mean as in skipping ahead, like massively, because I've got like the first 6 collections, so to speak, which goes from like East Blue to just as they were getting into Skypiea. So I've got like the my favourite arcs, all together, like complete. Like the early ones, like Arlang Park, etc. is like one that sticks out to me, which because that mostly focuses on Nami, so of course I like that arc, aren't I? But there's more to it than that. But carry on. Plus we've got Sanji's as well. Was it the Baratier? So we've got all that. Obviously, all the East Blue, the Alabaster with Vivi and all that, whatever. People that don't watch One Piece aren't going to know what I'm talking about. But for this video, I'm going to try and keep it spoiler-free and just remain vague as I can about saying too much. But the thing is, there's over 1,000 episodes. So, spoiler alert, he still ain't King of the Pirates yet, if he ever becomes King of the Pirates. And when I talk about he, I mean Luffy. I don't know when this series is going to end. Like Oda is still saying that we've got such and such left to do, which who the heck knows? But it's all over the place. So they had like this 50% offer on HMV because the DVDs are like 25 quid each, and put that into perspective in the sense that there's over 30 volumes, like on collections, whatever, like, and plus you got like the 100 plus, volume like mangas on manga volumes on top of that, which I used to get in 3-in-1s before I skipped to getting them individually. Bear in mind, I've been reading One Piece since 2015, though I didn't really start getting into it again till 2016 because I was quite put off by the number of volumes there were, like understandably so. But after I went back, I enjoyed this and got the next volume, and I became hooked. And I also took advantage of the 3-in-1 offers at like Forbidden Planet and stuff like that. So that was good. So for the offer, I was like, I want to get like at least free. But originally I was going to see, should I get like 18, 19 and 20 and have the, Marineford arc and all that, like the War and Impel Down, which I've got here. But I thought, would it not make more sense to just get like one from like 3 different kind of, arcs or whatever, and skip ahead, because does it really matter to me? Because it's just like, I do want to watch Impel Down, like where I left off. I want to watch that. And I've seen a lot of the clips of, the Whitebeard, the One Piece is real. I've seen all that. And like I said, I've read the manga, so I can just fill in the gaps myself. I'm not really spoiling anything for myself if I already know what happens. I mean, you could say, spoil how it goes on screen. As if spoilers matter to me. And definitely not for this. Like, I'm reading, like, the latest, volume, like, latest chapter summaries on the One Piece wiki. It was like, some of it doesn't make any sense to me and won't mean much to me, even with these big reveals, because there's constant big reveals, and Oda usually just pulls them out of nowhere. That's what it feels like, And one of the things with One Piece, one problem is, like, some of the characters don't even, like, die. They have, like, these cop-out, sacrifices only to, like, still survive. So much for spoilers. But, like I said, everything just seems to just work out perfectly. So, starting off with the DVDs. So this is the first one. So I was, from where I was before, I was over 400 episodes in. So that's not too bad. It's a bit bad, like I'm still super behind. But you know what? I'd rather watch these older episodes, with the good stories, rather than these new arcs, which, then again, it's also Wano I'm not particularly fond of. But the thing is, I'll probably end up rereading it and end up liking it, because I was a bit the same with the whole Dressrosa stuff. So there are all the episodes. I'll try not to focus too much on it, just in case you read it. Like, oh, I don't even know what that means. But yeah, we see the return of Buggy and the guy from I was about to say Little Shop of Horrors. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. But I don't know what's going on with that character design. But he looks cool to say the least. But yeah, there you go. At least we've got Buggy and... Oh, that's the main thing. Good thing about this is that even though I've skipped ahead, like DVD-wise, it still features characters from those episodes that I already had on DVD ages ago. So that's good. I've got 2 movies on DVD as well, Gold and Stampede, and I'm going to see if I can pick up Red on Blu-ray at some point. Now there's a lot of other movies that I still have to watch, but I don't mind skipping ahead. Again, because like I say, I'm already skipping ahead. I don't even know how canon they are. But there's the first one with my favourite fishman of all time, and probably one of my favourite characters, to be honest. Then we have Smoker on here, so we've got a Marine, so that makes a bit of a change. But one thing I have to complain about is the fact they don't have character artwork anymore. But I suppose when you have so many DVDs, they just sod it, or just call it quits. Even the font isn't great, but like I said, I've gone every 6 volumes, collection, whatever. Now, I bought this one more than for just the cover, because it does feature the end of the Dressrosa arc, the whole Doflamingo stuff, which is funny, because one of the things that nearly put me off completely was the fact that there's over 100 plus episodes just for one arc, which is just ridiculous. That's feels like 5 series of The Simpsons. It's almost how much patience. That's the one thing with the One Piece live action. You can say it's rushed, and you can say it's a bit cheap in some places, but at least it manages to condense things down while still more or less telling the same story. It doesn't feel like it's playing you about, rather than 10 episodes dedicated to Zoro fighting some pathetic kind of henchman. Though, no disrespect to Hachi, I actually kind of missed him in the live action. And so hopefully he does pop up at some point. Be careful where I put my hand on this DVD. What is it with Oda and having all the females dressed in this really kind of exposing clothing? Even Luffy here is going around with his top off, and Nami in a bikini. It's not practical. It's obviously you leave yourself easily exposed, especially in a sword fight. But the thing is, you've had character be shot a million times, yet somehow the bullets miss all their vital organs. Either that, or they just have magical healing powers. I mean, it's just a cartoon, it's just a cringe anime, who can... Yeah, but it comes... I don't really bringing this up, really. It just gives me, flashbacks to me doing my own writing and all that. But, the whole setting the stakes, and I'm not talking about beef, though a lot of characters seem to have beef with one another, especially Sanji and Zoro, or Zolo, depending on... Because in the Viz media, his name is spelled Zolo. I don't know if it's spelled Zorro or what, but I think of a completely different Zorro. Oh yeah, it has the pictures on the side. Yeah, see, didn't miss out any of the other pictures here. So yeah, remember your DVD has to have, frames from the actual movie, film, episodes, whatever. It's a legal obligation. But why did they have to have 2 pictures of Ankoff? Seriously, isn't one enough? But you can see how tattered, my volume is, because I've read this so many times. The amount of times I've read the East Blue saga over and over again. But yeah, I was stuck on the Captain Kuro Black Cat Pirate stuff for ages. I used to bring that omnibus into school. I wonder if my teacher thought it was actually proper literature, but still a lot more successful than a lot of these modern novels or whatever, or comic books. At least this is still going strong, unlike DC and Marvel. But yeah, I'm so glad that I went to singular volumes after this, because I do like the artwork on the covers. I wonder why. But yeah, that's the real focus right there. Literally me. But if we're going to talk about the actual series itself, if you don't already know, it's basically about this pirate called Gold Roger. Yeah, a lot of the names, you know, but you did have a spin on that, to be fair. It's Gold D Roger. Just some of the names sound generic or kind of bit on the nose. But that's what makes One Piece so great. It even says here in a review... Was it this one? Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Is it on that one? No, I'm just deliberately trying to turn that volume 30 over. Even here it says, with a lot of adventure and action, this show never takes itself seriously, and that's what makes it so enjoyable, which, in a sense, that's true. I mean, it's not always the case. I mean, it has a lot of emotional weight and whatever. It's all about family and the crewmates. But back to the point. And friendship, the power of friendship. I wonder if it turns out that the One Piece isn't actually real, as Whitebeard suggested, and that is actually, the thing is, the real treasure is friendship or respecting and loving one another or something. That would just be kind of... But the thing is, Luffy says he's going to be king of the pirates so many times. It makes me wonder if that's ever actually going to happen. Because the more times he says it, the less likely it's going to be true. So, yeah. This is all about Luffy. He's inspired by this guy called Red-Haired Shanks. This other pirate that rescued him when he was young to become like king of the pirates. He wants to be a pirate like him and become like Gold D Roger, because then, you know, if you're king of the pirates, you have the most freedom, la-di-da, and stuff like that. And yeah, but the thing is, Luffy's not like other pirates because he's stopping bad pirates and he's saving innocent people and stuff like that along the way, which is kind of a... Because don't pirates just steal things and do all that, but he's kind of just kill people, la-di-da-da. I think it's about trying to subvert that like negative stereotype about pirates. Makes me think of that like Disney Channel show, that Disney show about what was it, Jake and the Neverland Pirates? How pirates don't do this, don't do that. Which is like the complete opposite of what a pirate is, but got to keep it family friendly, haven't you? But there are some real sick pirates, more in more ways than one in this. So I could go on for it. It would take me forever to explain the One Piece lore, but I don't think I need to point out that he's a stretchy man like Mr. Fantastic. He had this fruit which gives him like the ability to turn into rubber, and but he can't swim as a result. And we got Ronald McDonald right there. It's always good to be represented in manga, because people say you need to see yourself physically represented in order to relate. So there you go. There you are. Been there since volume 2, so no point in complaining. So because you've always been there, doesn't matter. So yeah, and my legs hurt from leaning over this chair. But as for the One Piece live action, I would recommend it, but I watched the first episode again with my bro last night as of recording this, and he found it very weird, and he couldn't make sense of any of it. So I think One Piece fans will be satisfied with it in the sense that it stayed mostly, faithful to the source material. The characters semi-behave and look how they're supposed to. But yeah, like I said, it's Netflix, so it isn't going to look pristine. And what else is there to say? Yeah, I've got a ton of One Piece, pops downstairs. I can't be bothered to bring them up. But at some point, maybe I'll do a showcase video, and I'll showcase all of the One Piece figures I have, because I like being able to get all my figures out from a certain series and put them all together. And it makes you realise how good they really are, because when they're all just stored in the cabinet and they're just left to gain dust, I feel like I spent all this money. But to be able to actually get them out and potentially take pictures with them, like do pop photo shoots and all that, it makes you realise how lucky I am to have a lot of these grails in the collection, especially the Yamato one. Yamato, but yeah, like maybe Wano isn't that bad, maybe it's just the whole fact that he drags. I remember going on about, I just wish that Luffy would defeat Kaido already, and yeah, I think we finally made it, because I think we're in the final saga now, so we'll see how Oda decides to close things off, and being how kind of successful the live action series has been, perhaps we will get a series 2. So anyway, cheers. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. peace out. I'm off to sail the seas. Cheers. Cheers. I was going to say raise a glass and then start singing Binks's Brew or whatever. I'm making all these references and people will not know what the heck I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, that's how you'll feel when you actually watch the One Piece show, or if you watch the One Piece show. So yeah, peace out.